What's up YouTube, it's the one and only Legend of Winning, aka Low, and today's video is sponsored by Hardwood Amino. Hardwood Amino is a community-based app that is perfect for all my NBA fans that is available on both Apple and Android. Hardwood Amino has heavily used features in the applications that are used to connect users between one another. The first feature is the front page that updates on a day-to-day basis of all the most popular posts. The second one is the following tab where you can get updated on the specific people that you are following. While you're there, make sure you follow me, Legend of Winning, make sure you get updated on all the things that I post on the application as well. After that, you have your quizzes tab, which updates pretty often and gives you some challenging quizzes that could even stump some of the biggest NBA fans. After that, you have the public chat where you can get in conversations with the users publicly and again updates pretty consistently. And finally, you have the polls tab, which in my opinion is my favorite one out of all of these features. And here's a great one right here. Will LeBron reach 40K? Just hold on to the answer, and mine is yes. And then finally, when you get to the answer, not only do you have the results, but also you have the description as well, and you can leave a comment when you watch Legend of Winning, LOL. Okay, Hardwood Amino. Shout out to Hardwood Amino. Shout out to Shot Clock. Matter of fact, let me leave this comment real quick. 40K all day. Shout out to Hardwood Amino. The community is great. Make sure you go to the description so you can find the links to both Apple and Android so you can download it. And because of all the new things that I've learned from the polls and the quizzes in the application, I decided why not make another video, 7 things you did not know about the NBA. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment in the comment section below if you knew about the stuff or even if you didn't know as well. But with all that being said, let's get right into the video. The NBA is filled with historic and storied franchises such as the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. However, neither one of them have the most individual selected All-Stars throughout their history. That title is tied between the Hawks and the Pistons with 33 different individual players that have been selected to the All-Star game. To get a better understanding of how great that number is, the Boston Celtics, a team that a lot of us view as being one of the more storied franchises in NBA history, only has 24 different individual players that have been selected to the All-Star game. When it comes to the Hawks, they've consistently had All-Star selections dating all the way back to the 50s with Bob Pettit, and obviously a recent selection such as Paul Millsap, Jeff Teague, and Al Horford. And then when it comes to the Detroit Pistons, dating all the way back again in the 50s and 60s with Larry Faust, and then you have the bad boy days with Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, and then fast forward to where we're at right now, you obviously have Andre Drummond. Now, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they are known as the Splash Brothers. However, did you know that they're not the first backcourt mates that have dominated a league from shooting behind the arc? In the 1968-69 season, Louis Dampier and Darrell Carrier dominated the ABA by their flurry of threes that they used to attempt, which back in those days was a pretty different and unique style of play. Darrell Carrier attempted 4.5 3-pointers a game while shooting 38% from the field, and Dampier attempted 7 3-pointers a game while shooting 36% from behind the arc. Again, this was back in the 60s, so before Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, before Ray Allen, before Reggie Miller, before the NBA even introduced the 3-point line, these two players used to dominate the ABA from shooting from long distance. And since we're talking about this Kentucky Colonels team, you probably didn't know this as well. The Colonels were not only forward-thinking in their style of play, but were also forward-thinking in a lot of other social issues as well, which led them to be the first professional basketball team to allow a female to play with other male athletes. On November 27, 1968, the female athlete by the name of Penny Early checked in for the Kentucky Colonels. Unfortunately, she only played 10 seconds. However, she received a round of applause once she checked back out of the game, and it did open up the conversations if females could indeed play with males on a professional level when it came to basketball. Gary Payton is known for his trash talk and his intensity on the defensive end. However, did you know that Gary Payton owns the record for the most shot attempts without a miss? On January 4th, 1995, the Seattle Supersonics matched up with the Cleveland Cavaliers, In this game, Gary Payton went a perfect 14 for 14 from the field, 101 from behind the arc, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line for a grand total of 32 points. Not only did he have a perfect shooting touch that night, but also recorded 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. But on the other hand, Tim Hardaway, let's just say you make some and you miss some. On December 27, 1991, Tim Hardaway broke the record books while attempting 17 shots and missing all of them, going 0 for 17 from the field, 0 for 2 from behind the arc. However, he did post up 2 points because he knocked down both his free throws, and he did post 13 assists since, he wasn't knocking down any shots whatsoever. The Most Improved Player Award has been given out since the 1985-86 season, when the first recipient was Alvin Robertson. However, did you know the player that improved the most was Dale Ellis in the 1986-87 season? In the season before receiving the award, Dale Ellis posted 7 points, 2 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 0.6 steals while shooting 41% from the field and 36% from behind the arc. However, he took a massive leap. The next season, he went from 7 points to 25 points, 2 rebounds to 5.5 rebounds, 0.5 assists to nearly 3 assists, 0.6 steals to 1 steal, and went from shooting 41% from the field to nearly 52%. Now, the next time you start complaining about how terrible some of your starting players are on your team, always keep this in the back of your mind. Emmanuel Mudiay last year in his rookie season might have actually been the worst starter in league history. Emmanuel Mudiay last year posted up right under 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, hey, that stat line doesn't sound too bad, but that's the reason why you look beyond just the points, rebounds, and assists, because Emmanuel Mudiay in 30 minutes turned the ball over 3 times, shot 36% from the field, and under 32% from behind the arc while attempting 3 3-pointers a game. Now, honestly, I still thought that really isn't that bad. However, looking at his win shares, he had a win shares of negative 2.1 in his rookie season. That is so bad that is the worst win shares that we've seen since the 50s and 60s. And even back then, they weren't recording steals and blocks, so it's kind of hard to understand where exactly Emmanuel Mudiay ranks up against players back then. However, if you compare him to players since the 70s all the way into today's NBA, yeah, that was by far the worst starter we had ever seen in NBA history. And quite honestly, I'm not even blaming Emmanuel Mudiay. I'm really blaming the Denver Nuggets. Unfortunately, that's what you get when you put a rookie in a starting position, even though he's a teenager and obviously needs much more help around him on that organization. And finally, for my last fact, what I will be doing, just like I did in my last video, is showing you all some statistical feats that people have achieved over the years. And in this video right here, what I will be showing you is the highest average in all 5 major statistical categories in each decade, dating all the way back to the 60s. So without further ado, here you go. So with all that being said, people, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, follow me on Twitter, also hit the subscribe button, and make sure you check out the description for the hardwood amino links as well. And with all that being said, I will see you all later. Peace.